You guys, I am so excited for today's video. We are going to be doing a full face of Charlotte Tilbury, and Charlotte Tilbury is sponsoring this video, so a huge, huge thank you to Charlotte Tilbury. I'm just so excited, and I cannot wait to dig into all of these goodies. So we're going to be doing a full face. I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on all of these products and letting you know which ones were sent to me, which ones I've purchased myself, all the good stuff. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We're gonna start with the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Flash. This is the Charlotte Tilbury primer, and this was just sent to me, and so I'm really excited to give this a shot. I think when I first started kind of diving back into makeup, and of course was entirely intrigued by Charlotte Tilbury's brand, I tried maybe like a sample of this, and you know, back then when I was just kind of getting back into makeup, I wasn't exactly sure what to make of it. Like, what was it for? I was like unclear on like the idea of a primer. So I'm really excited to be trying it like for real this time. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's like a squeezy bottle. It's actually just like their Light Wonder foundation packaging, which is the foundation we'll be putting on today as well. So let's go ahead and squeeze some of this out. Ooh, that's pretty. So there's the Wonder Glow. So there's like a light flesh tone. I'm assuming that when I blend it out, yeah, that there really isn't much coverage. Ooh, but I don't know if you guys can tell, there is really quite a bit of sheen there. Ooh, so pretty. Let me go ahead and, I don't want to waste any of it. I'm just gonna take off some of what's on the back of my hand and spread it on. Squeezing out just a little bit more and applying it all over. There's a very, very light fragrance. It's like I have to get up really close to it, and I can only smell it when I apply it, but it really dissipates very quickly. So there is a light fragrance. It smells like a light floral fragrance. So there is the Wonder Glow applied on top of bare skin. I just have my skincare down, and I like that sheen that it gives, and it really kind of smoothed out my skin. So the second ingredient is dimethicone. So yeah, it's definitely very smoothing for sure. It's definitely very glowy. I feel like I see little itty bitty micro glitters in there. And I think once I put this Light Wonder foundation on, it probably won't be quite as prominent. All right, so there's the Wonder Glow primer down. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Light Wonder foundation. I've had this in my collection. I purchased this myself. I've had it in my collection for quite some time. It's definitely one of those kind of like light coverage, light to medium coverage, like moisturizing type of bases. And I remember having a little bit of a rough start with this product because I used way too much of it. I was kind of applying it like it was moisturizer. It really isn't. It just has a light coverage, but you really don't need a lot. So I'm just gonna squeeze just a little bit out my fingertips, just a bit. We're gonna start there. I have it in the shade 3 Fair. And once I realized I was using way too much and started really kind of taking it down a notch, I've really come to enjoy this Light Wonder booth. It's really, really nice, and it just feels so good on the skin. So there's the Light Wonder, really nice kind of like light medium coverage foundation. It looks really nice over that Wonder Glow. The Light Wonder doesn't have like any sparkly bits to it or anything. The radiance is just sort of like this moisturizing kind of radiance that it has. So I really like this on top of the Wonder Glow. I think if you're really into a radiant base, like I am, I have really dry skin, I think this is a really nice, you know, combo. All right, moving on. They sent me the Magic Vanish. It's the under eye and face cheat for intense color correction. So I don't need that much color correction, but I do have like a little bit of sallowness around my eyes. So I wanted to give this a shot. I picked out shade number 1 Fair Pale, and it comes in just like the cutest little compact ever. I love this. Oh wow, it's different than I thought. So this is the Fair Pale. It's quite peachy, which is great for a corrector shade. And is this cream? Yes, it is cream. Sorry, the kind of like imprinting on the pan made it look like it was powder, but no, this is a cream product. And it has a nice texture. It's not too thick. I'm always afraid of anything too thick underneath my under eye. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit with my middle finger here and just tap it underneath my eyes. And wow, that does a really nice job brightening. Wow, for as peach as it looks in the pan, as soon as I apply it underneath my eyes, I don't see that peachiness. It just looks very brightening. I was gonna say white, but it doesn't look white. It just looks really, really brightening. Ooh, that's nice. That's doing a nice job over that sallowness. Wow, can you see the difference between this eye that has it and this eye that doesn't? This eye just looks a little bit more tired than this eye. Ooh, lovely. I think I can probably use this all by itself. Usually correctors are meant to be used like underneath your foundation or your concealer because it is in fact correcting the color. So sometimes you'll see like purples and greens and stuff. And so you want to add something that's more of your like flesh tone on top. And I think I'm okay. So long as I use a very light hand with this, I think I can get away with just using this product, which is exciting. I'm just adding a little bit to my eyelids, which are also just a little bit more sallow than the rest of my face. Wow, that's nice. Despite the like high coverage it has, it feels really, really nice under the eyes. It doesn't feel dry or tacky or sticky. It just feels, I mean, even slightly moisturizing under the eyes. Wow, I'm surprised. Usually these color correctors, they can be very thick, they can be very sticky, they can be very, very dense. And I don't like feeling my makeup, as you guys know. And this is really, it's very weightless. That's what it is. It's very, very weightless. I have a little bit of eczema going on here around my nose. And so there's a little bit of like red blotchiness. I'm gonna see if this also works well over that. For color correcting, you'd probably want to get something green to counteract the red, but I'm just gonna see if this kind of just hides it. Oh yeah, this is great. This is really great. This is kind of like a half color corrector, half concealer for me. All right, wow, I'm kind of bummed that I didn't try this earlier. That is wonderful. So that is the Magic Vanish in One Fair Pale. I'm really liking that. All right, next up, let's do a little powdering. We've got the Airbrush Flawless Powder here. I have it in the shade One Fair, and I love this powder. This is one of the first products I ever purchased from Charlotte Tilbury, and I am very proud to say that this is probably the only makeup product that I have ever panned and used up entirely. So this is my second powder compact, and it's just great. It's so, so weightless. It's so airy and fine, and oh, it's so impeccable. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my eyes, pounce some on the rest of my face here. Yeah, I just love how translucent it is, how light it is, how airbrushed it makes your skin look. It's gorgeous. I love this compact. Like, I love everything about this powder. It really is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Next up, let's talk about these Charlotte Tilbury bronzers. So these are the airbrush bronzers. I have it in the shade One Fair and Two Medium. And these got so much buzz when they were released, and rightly so. First of all, take a look at this compact. It's huge. Let me hold it up actually next to the powder. It's huge. So it's just this glamorous, gorgeous compact, which is refillable, by the way. And here is the medium shade, which works great for me in the summertime. The fair shade is definitely a little bit fair, and this I think will be lovely for me like in the fall, winter. So I'm just gonna put the One Fair away, but we're gonna go ahead and use the medium today. And this is a matte bronzer. It doesn't have any kind of glitter or shimmer to it at all, but it's not a flat matte. And for someone who doesn't generally like matte bronzers, and I think I talked about this when I did get this bronzer in that video, it just doesn't look dry and flat, which is generally why I don't like matte powders. It really has a nice, it's almost like a demi matte. It's a very soft, soft matte. It's really very, very lovely. Just gonna apply some of this medium. And I think what I love the most about this bronzer is the shade. It's like perfect, at least for my skin tone. It is perfectly neutral. There isn't a lot of orange underneath. There isn't a lot. It's not too gray, you know, it's not too cool like as a contour. It just gives my skin like just a little bit of warmth, and it is the most natural, neutral looking tone I think that I have in my bronzer collection. And that's the other thing I like about this bronzer, is that the powder isn't overly pigmented. So I don't feel like I have to be super careful with this bronzer. I feel like with bronzer it goes wrong really quickly. So I really like the fact that this is very subtle, that it's not overly pigmented, and I can just kind of go in almost like a powder. I can just kind of dip my brush in and keep going back in, and it's not like I ever end up looking like too fake tanny. It's just so subtle. Like, you build up the color in such a subtle way. It's so lovely. I love everything about this bronzer. All right, next up, we're gonna do blush. And I have the Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop Blusher First Love. This is the very first product I ever purchased from Charlotte Tilbury. And it's actually this one. I never replaced it. This is about 4.5, maybe 5 years old, and it still works great. This is one of my all-time favorite blushes. It's this beautiful, like, neutral, slightly peach outer ring, and then in the middle is just like a little bit more pink. Absolutely gorgeous. And her blushes have this beautiful satin sheen. It's not overdone. It just melds right into your skin. I just pop that center shade right onto the apples of my cheeks. My God, I have not used this blush in a while, and I'm regretting it. I'm regretting it right now. All right, for highlighter, we have a lot of options, but I'm gonna go with my Beauty Light Wand in Pillow Talk. I have not used this in a while, and it's gorgeous. I love these Beauty Light Wands. It's that cream product that comes with this sponge tip applicator, and then you know, kind of twist it open and closed. So how I use this product is I twist it open, and then I squeeze just a bit out. You'll kind of see the product come out of the sponge, and then I just close it right up. And I try not to squeeze too much of this out, because this is almost like a concentrated cream highlight. So you only need just the littlest bit. Yeah, I squeezed out too much, but you only need the littlest bit. Of course, it kind of depends on how much highlight you want, but I'm okay with, you know, just a tiny bit. And then, oh, isn't that beautiful? And then I just kind of tap it in with my finger to blend. This Pillow Talk shade is a little bit of like a cooler shade versus like the original Beauty Light Wand that came out. That one has like a little bit more of like a warm gold tone to it. So this one is definitely a little bit cooler, but just as glowy as that original. Oh, love it. Love it. Isn't that so beautiful? So there is the Beauty Light Wand in Pillow Talk applied. I'm just going to grab just a little bit more and just kind of bring it down my nose. Just want to make sure it's a little bit more subtle than what I have on my cheeks. All right, and now for eyebrows, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift. You guys have seen me use this a gazillion times, and I've talked about this quite a bit, but it is one of those waxy pencils that has the angled tip there, and then it has a spoolie at the other end. And then in the center, you twist this open, there's this like powder product on this like sponge tip applicator that's meant to kind of, you know, like highlight your brow area. I'm actually not the biggest fan of this particular powder. It's very peachy, so it doesn't actually do a lot of highlighting for me. It's actually a little bit darker than my skin tone. So for me, it doesn't quite work, but I really do like this pencil part. So I'm gonna go ahead and just color in my brows. And this is definitely a pencil that's on the waxier side, so I like to call these idiot proof, at least for me. But this shade, which is Supermodel, is like so good for my dark eyebrows. It doesn't make them like too stark, but it's also not an obvious shade either. It just matches really well. All right, and now on to eyes. I'm really excited for this because they sent over the Easy Eye palette for the Charlotte Darling look. So this is the Charlotte Darling palette, and this palette I've just always wanted to try. As you guys know, I just love these neutral, kind of like everyday shadows. So they sent this over to me, and then they also sent over the really big like Pillow Talk Instant Eye palette. So let me open this up. Ooh. Ooh, this packaging. It's all in that rose gold tone. These look gorgeous. So it looks like we have 4 sets of 3 shadows. We've got day, desk, date, and dream. Oh my. These are all really pretty. Let's see. I think I want to use this 6-pan palette just because I want to see like if I can get a whole look out of this palette. I think I can. I think this is deep enough for me. This is definitely light enough for me. So let's go ahead and use this Charlotte Darling palette. I'm so excited. I'm going to grab a blender brush, and there are 3 matte shades in here. So this one, and this one, and then there's 3 shimmer shades. And then these 3 are your day look, and then these 3 are your date eye. All right, I'm gonna go into this first matte shade here, and I'm gonna focus this on the outer corner and drag that in. It's a nice, warm, peachy tone. Well, it's blending really easily. Lovely. And can I say this color corrector is making for like a really nice base, because I put a little bit down on my eyelid. It's making for a really nice base for this eyeshadow, which is great. So this was really easy to blend out, which is great. So next I'm gonna go into this pretty shimmer shade, and I'm going to put this like onto the center of the lid. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Ooh, I like that. That has like a really pretty like gold reflect. And then next I'm gonna go into the lightest shade here and focus that on the inner portion of my lid. Oh, wow, that's really bright. And just blend it into that other shimmer shade lightly. Oh, that's so pretty. It's like pearly. I'm just gonna put some right into the corner here. Ooh, that's bright. Wow, that is really pretty. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna take this second in from the right, this matte shade here, just to add a little bit of dimension to my outer corner. Yeah, just the teensiest bit, and then I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit. And then I'm hoping this the deepest matte shade in here, I wouldn't exactly call it deep, but the deepest matte shade in here, I'm gonna try and use this as liner. I don't know if it's deep enough, but I'm gonna grab like a liner brush and really get in there and see if this will kind of add any kind of depth to my lash line. Oh yeah, I see quite a difference between these 2 eyes. Wow, I think this actually looks a little bit darker than it does in the pan, which works out in this particular case, that's for sure. All right, what do you guys think? Wow, that was such an easy eye look for sure. I didn't even use this shade here, which I'm definitely gonna have to use next time, but wow, I'm so happy with this look. It's so pretty. It's so Charlotte. It's so Charlotte Darling, but it's so easy to use, and you get this like, it's an everyday look, but I feel like it's amped up just a little bit, which is what I think Charlotte Tilbury is so good at. And then just to bring some of this shimmeriness kind of down underneath my eye, I'm going to grab the, what is this? What is the full name? The Eye Color Magic Liner Duo in Copper Charge. I'm gonna use like the copper metallic side, and I'm gonna apply this to my waterline just to give it a little sparkle. I don't even know if you guys are gonna be able to see in the camera, but it adds just a little bit of sparkle down there, which I think is really nice. Kind of matches the top there. All right, I just curled my eyelashes, and I'm going to give this Full Fat Lashes 5-star mascara a try. I tried her Legendary Lashes. I think that's the other mascara she has, and that didn't work out for me. It was really beautiful going on, but by midday it was like flaking. So I'm hoping that this one will work out better for me. So this is the Full Fat Lashes, and this is in the shade Glossy Black. I'm actually not sure if they have more shades in this mascara, but it's the black one. And we've got one of those really fluffy natural haired bristle brushes. Let's see here. The formula seems a little bit on the wetter side. It's definitely not like too wet, but it's definitely on the wetter side. And that's it with just one coat. I think I got some, yeah, I got some on my, on my lid there. I'll have to wipe that off in just a bit. But I'm gonna let that kind of dry down and then go in with a second coat. Ooh, getting some nice length with this second coat. Nice. Do you see that little bit of length that I got on my extremely, extremely puny lashes? That's good for me. That's really good for me. All right, and now for lips. Let's see. They sent over Coral Kiss. This is one of those Charlotte Tilbury colors that I just don't know why I don't own. As you guys know, I probably have about 50 Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and I love a good coral color. So there is Coral Kiss. Oh, that looks pretty. And I love the kissing formula. It's the more like creamy formula versus the Matte Revolution, which is lovely, but I prefer the kissing formula. And then I also got the Pillow Talk 3 Intense. So there's like Pillow Talk Medium, and then Pillow Talk Intense. Now Pillow Talk Intense is the only one that came in the kissing formula. I believe the other two are Matte Revolution, so I picked this one out. Ooh. Okay, this could be the one. This could be the one for today. And then they also sent over a lip cheat in Pillow Talk Medium. I thought medium would be a little bit more universal than if I were to match the Pillow Talk Intense. So we'll see. Let's open this up. Oh yeah, so there's Pillow Talk Medium in the lip cheat. Here's the Pillow Talk Intense Kissing Lipstick. That I think is actually an excellent match. And there is Coral Kiss. Oh, I really want to try this. I'm really drawn to the Pillow Talk Intense right now. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna put on the Pillow Talk Medium lip cheat. And now for the lipstick. And there you have it, a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. I'm so excited about these products. I'm loving this little Charlotte Darling palette. This is perfect. And when we get to travel again, this is definitely coming along with me. I love my eye look. The more I look at it, the more I love it. How it's really everyday and really wearable, but it's not boring. It has just enough like satin shimmer in there. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This Pillow Talk Intense lip color, I am feeling big time. I love how it's a deep color without being too like warm. You know how some like really deep like brown colors can have that like orange undertone, but this one kind of has like a mauve undertone that I really love. Wow, I'm like feeling myself today. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and a huge thank you to Charlotte Tilbury for sponsoring this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please comment down below if you have any questions, thoughts, feelings. Please let me know down below in the comment section, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next video.